Hola and bienvenidos a la Midwest Flyways podcast. I am your host. My eye is twitching so bad I was looking at the wrong camera as well. Yo soy Joey Basayo, and I have Cal Ness and Closet Boy with us as well. Carter, please put your video on the video. Whenever I say Closet Boy, you need to put it on yourself.
Yes, sir.
It has to be done. I love it so much.
He is in the closet.
Literally. I am in the closet again.
Guys, this podcast is brought to you by First Light. And if you have not tried any of First Light stuff, oh my God, it is absolutely incredible. From the merino base layers to anything wool, honestly. But then all of their waterfowl stuff that they've come out with in the last 3 to 4 years has been top notch.
Yeah, for sure. And don't get too excited, but waiters coming soon.
Waiters, guys.
I can say they are coming soon. Stay peeled. Keep your eyes peeled.
And worth the wait.
They're just a really nice fit. That, in my opinion, a lot of the like performance breathable waiters, you kind of have like you skew one way or the other. You know, either a little too big fitting or maybe a little too tight fitting, which I'm also a bigger guy, so.
Right. No, Cal and I are the perfect judgments. Yeah. Because I'm an athletic build, starting to get fat, and Cal is
a bigger guy.
A bigger
athletic guy.
Stout.
Yeah.
Call him stout.
Yeah, athletically large is what a lot of people use to say.
If you will.
Speaking of an athletic build, I'm waiting for this backflip.
We gotta
do the backflip.
We gotta do the backflip. A lot of people are waiting on the backflip.
Have they been?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
People have been messaging about it?
Yeah, people have texted me and said they don't think you can do it. For sure. People are like, 0 chance Joey gets that.
Damn.
Done.
All right.
I mean, it's just been a long time since you just flat ground backflip.
It has been a long time. Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, I don't want you to get hurt.
I won't get hurt.
Because we have our big golf event coming this summer.
Yeah, we are going to have to do another golf event.
Another buzzcut challenge.
Dude,
we got to come up with a better challenge.
I don't know if we can give you 10 strokes, though. That's a little ridiculous.
I think what we have to do, me and you have to go play. Me and you have to go play a practice round.
And then you're going to judge it based on how bad I beat you?
I will play as good as I can.
I mean, get your handicaps.
Dead serious. I'll play as hard as I can, and then we'll decide.
For sure.
So if we go out and we play a practice round and I lose by like 15 strokes, then we'll make it 10 again. If I go out there and I lose by like 7 or 8 strokes, then we'll lower it.
What would it be? So I got a sandbag? Is that what you're telling me? I got a sandbag you?
Oh, well, this is what concerns me. I said I was going to play my best.
Why wouldn't we just do it stroke play?
We could do that, I guess.
Yeah.
With handicaps.
I don't have an official handicap right now. I reset my thing, and so it didn't compute my scores properly. I think it has me at a 13.5.
Okay, well, the last time I got handicapped out, I was a 20. So, and I think depending on the time of the year and my form, I might be more like a 19 or an 18.
But so let's do it then.
But that's it.
So let's do it then.
Do what then?
Like do the challenge when you're at your best.
Okay, you want, and yours too then?
Yeah.
Which mid-season you would be like a what? Like mid-season form, playing good golf.
I'd say I'm low to mid.
Like an 8 or a 9?
No, I don't know the handicap thing is very confusing to me.
Well, it's mostly just an average of your last like 15 rounds. You think you're shooting about 10 over?
Here's the thing. I shoot a lot of 9s, and I know that throws it off.
Just times it by 2.
Times it by 2?
Yeah.
So I'd be like
So if you're shooting like 4 or 5 over, you're like a 8 to 10 handicap.
That's usually what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So then in that world, I would get 10 strokes on you. A 10 to a 20 handicap.
Ridiculous though.
But I don't play like you do. You play in a league, you're like playing all the time. Me, I go out there the level we did the buzz cut challenge last year.
Yeah.
It's my second round of the year. Ooh. So I don't know. Well, I mean, we just got to wait.
For the love of the game, you got to get
for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Dude, if it was just the love of the game dragging me out there, I'd be out there all the time.
You know what I'm telling you? And this is for everybody watching. There's a lot of really old, good golf movies. And the one that really gets me fired up, and I mean fired up, Bagger Vance.
Bagger Vance?
Gets me fired up, dude.
Really?
And all these TikToks I'm seeing of Tiger being the GOAT. Oh my God. All these TikTok edits of fucking Tiger in his prime.
Yeah, I mean, there's never been a better golfer.
The stats on that guy.
Yeah.
unheard of. People are saying that he's by far the best athlete of all time, based on his stats.
Yeah, maybe, I don't think he's definitely not the best athlete of all time, but I think in
Like
terms of like his dominance in his sport.
Correct.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Michael Phelps.
It'd be up there. Phelps is another one that gets argued a lot.
But was he like a dominance deal?
Yeah. He won 8 gold medals in one Olympics, Joe.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, literally every single event that the guy swam in, he won gold. I mean, this guy's out there with guys that just butterfly, kicking the shit out of them. He's out there with guys that just freestyle, kicking the shit out of him. I mean, he's insane. But, and then outside of that, I don't know, maybe you'd argue like Tom Brady. Like 7 Super Bowls. No one else has won more than 4.
That's tough, though, because it's not a solo thing. You have to rely on other people catching, and you have to rely on the other team being bad, or not good enough.
Once you get to the Super Bowl, nobody's bad. But yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, I think in terms of like individual sport,
it was like
Tigers.
I can't remember
Tigers up there with
the exact
Phelps
stat, but I think he was 589 strokes above the second.
That's
best
what it
player.
is. I've read all this. I mean, it's
what?
It's so fucked up,
It's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like now Scheffler's playing his ass off, or has been the last couple years.
Yeah.
And I heard this thing. They were doing a podcast last year, and they're like, in order for Scheffler to ever catch Tiger, how good he's been the last year, he would have to be that good for like 16 more years. Like what? Remember on the day of my bachelor party? Mm-hmm. That's when Tiger won that Masters.
Yeah.
2019. Yeah, dude. Like that sealed it. That was just so iconic. The guy had been playing shit golf. He'd had like 4 back surgeries.
Yeah.
And he's just going to go out and win the Masters.
You know what's crazy is he's engaged. I think he's engaged.
Yeah. He's engaged
Trump's ex-daughter-in-law.
Correct. Donald Trump Jr.?
Yeah, his ex-wife.
Or was it Eric Trump?
Donald
Trump Jr.'s ex-wife, yeah. You know how they met?
No.
Their kids play in the same golf tournaments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it Sky Trump?
Or
Anyway, Kai Trump. Yeah, Kai Trump.
She's unreal.
She plays in all the same tournaments as Tiger's son, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they met. Going to the golf tournament.
Crazy, dude.
It's pretty wild.
And Trump gave him his blessing.
Of course, dude. It's Tiger Woods.
How could you not want Tiger Woods as a
because he's been kind of a
son-in-law.
piece of shit husband and dad for some time.
But at the same time,
I don't know about dad. Actually, I shouldn't have said
Tiger Woods.
Exactly.
It's Tiger Woods.
No, the guy's a billionaire. I mean, he's a billionaire and he's the greatest golfer that ever walked the face of the planet. So, yeah.
It's hard to see him as like someone who cheats on his wife and gets a D-dub.
Yeah, if you know,
because
though,
he's
like
so... He acts, the way he carries himself is so different than that.
Yeah, I mean, it was young Tiger, first of all.
Sure.
This was a long time ago. And the guy was making like more money than anyone had ever thought you could make playing golf.
Right.
And he's never home. I don't know what went on, but I'm just saying, I think a lot of people with that much money, with that many people fawning over you all the time and you're never home, like, it happens, man. It's shitty. It's not good.
Not good.
Yeah. And she got his ass too. I mean, she took him. Oh yeah. And she deserved to. I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know. We don't need to get into details, but it was a lot of chicks.
Oh yeah. Wasn't it like 16 or 18?
I think it was a lot more than that. God. I think it was a lot more than that. But anyway, yeah, it is pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts.
That's actually so crazy.
It is. It is. It is.
Work, Carter.
Dude, I think this year we should make like some t-shirts that are more specialized. We should do like a one more thing t-shirt.
Oh yeah. We
should do like a That's Crazy t-shirt. A Bienvenidos.
There's been a lot of requests for that.
The Bienvenidos.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I think we should do that this year.
I think we should.
For sure. All right. This week, I kind of thought maybe we could talk a little bit about some of our favorite hunts from this past season. We kind of do that every year in the off season. We kind of recap.
It's fun to reminisce too.
It is. Yeah. Especially while you're missing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you want to think about it or if you have a couple right up there.
If you got one ready,
let me talk about it.
Go ahead.
All right. One of my favorite hunts from this year was our last day in Canada, the last morning that we hunted. And I think, let me just set the stage. We're in Canada. We showed up with high expectations. We brought a small group, so we didn't think it was going to be that big of a problem. being out there and being able to shoot some birds. And we did. We actually shot a lot of birds. But the ducks, the ducks did not want to play nice. So, we've been going through the whole rigmarole that week. Ducks are just saying, fuck you. And we couldn't get into a spot where we felt really confident being able to go out and shoot them. We had tried a ton of different things. And the last day, we finally were like, all right, these ducks are hopping water to water. Joey actually found the spot that we ended up hunting and got permission. And it was not really, you hadn't gotten permission to actually hunt that pond, had you?
No.
Yeah, initially you had gotten permission for the field and we weren't planning on hunting that pond, but it was on the same guy's property. And the birds were roosting and flying to another body of water kind of in between this. And so Joey the last night was like, dude, we're going to this little pond. I have no idea what's going to happen,
It was
but
black.
yeah, he's
It
like,
was fucking black, dude.
Yeah.
So black.
yeah. And Joey's like, I mean, at this point, you guys, like, we need to be in water. We know that. Like, no matter what, we got to find somewhere to be in water if we can. They're not going to go to a field.
And we've been getting shit all week.
You're
going to water hunt in Canada? No one will let you do that.
Yep.
You're doing it wrong.
Yep. And we have been getting the fuck you from the birds. Every day we sat in fields where we thought we were right over, like they were going to be going right over us. And we watched them go right over us pretty much every day. So by day 6, we were like pretty, I would say demoralized a little bit, like we weren't like mad we were out there, but I think we were like, we just have been getting fucked a little bit.
Right.
We went out there to shoot ducks. We were shooting a lot of like geese, and so we go out in this pond, set up a bunch of decoys, and the first hour, pretty slow. Nothing crazy really happening. We had shot like one duck maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, we were all kind of sitting there like, I don't know, like nobody really knew what was going to happen. And man, it was like a light switch turned on. They just started working and man, it was sweet. They were coming in groups of like 5 or 6, 2 and 3, getting a single here and there. And they were just doing it so hard, dude. Like 20 feet out in front of the blind, feet down, facing up. And the thing I think that I loved about that hunt, some of them were like, you think closer than 20 feet?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You think they were like 10 feet or what?
Yes.
15?
They were within the decoys.
I can specifically remember one duck that I pillowcased so hard, it was within 8 feet. Like to the edge of the cattails.
Yeah.
Was about...
You almost feel bad shooting them,
Oh, no. After the week we had? Oh, no.
Yeah.
They all
true.
gonna die.
True.
They all gonna die.
True.
No, I remember hitting that thing with my 20 gauge and I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were shooting 20s. It was like, I think the thing that I loved about that hunt though is they squared up so good.
Mm-hmm.
We had such a great wind.
Our hide was impeccable.
Our hide was insane. We had such a good wind and the birds, they weren't skirting. It's like they weren't questioning it at all. The birds that were doing it, I mean, they were squaring up with you like straight out in front of the blind, dude. Wings out, feet down, 10 feet. So I don't know. That hunt, I feel like made me feel like it was okay to go home.
Yeah.
Up until that hunt, I was just like, what have we done here?
Mm-hmm.
And we had shot birds.
So much money. That's what I was saying. We wasted so much money and we've been gone from our family for freaking 6-7 days.
Yeah.
This sucks, and I don't have a whole lot to show for it. Like the footage, like we still have to put together the video, but that's going to be a hard video to put together.
We both had young babies at home. Mm-hmm. We're both gone from our wives. They're both going through hell at home.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we're out there just shooting fucking 5 snow geese.
Drinking outlaws.
Like, what are we doing?
Dude, we're drinking outlaws, we're having the weirdest energy drinks of all time. Beaver Buzz.
Was that a real one?
Yeah.
I never saw that. You bought it?
Yeah.
I thought you were joking.
It was bad. It wasn't good.
Yeah, it's called Beaver Buzz.
Yeah. Well, what else am I going to do?
Buy a Red Bull. Red Bull's international.
Yeah. But
that's why I like Red Bull so much. Is because every country I go to, there's a Red Bull.
True.
But
no,
dude, I've heard some weird studies about caffeine lately.
Yeah. Well, not caffeine, energy drinks.
Caffeine. Yeah, caffeine.
Coffee related too.
Coffee too. Yeah, it increases your cortisol level, which basically makes you fat.
It does. Well, cortisol is like your anxiety.
Well, cortisol is a lot more than just your anxiety, though. I mean, cortisol reacts with your body in certain ways. We're getting
Constricts
into the
your
weeds.
blood vessels, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a bunch more like new studies that are coming out that suggest that we drink so much caffeine in America that it's contributing to the obesity in this country a lot more than we think it is.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but anyway,
I heard it that it like hits your. I heard that it stresses you out, gives you anxiety, which then makes you eat. But it doesn't just make you eat in general. It makes you like seek out the comfort foods that make you fat.
yeah, it could be. Anyway, that was one of my favorite hunts from last year, and it just felt so good to finally have a day. And for those, me and you talk about all the time, it's more fun to have like 3 or 4 birds that just do it so good, respond to the calling, than pass shooting like 10 birds that day.
Right.
And all those birds we shot that morning were just
Pinpointed.
perfect, dude. Perfect.
Yeah, we're probably gonna make the whole video about that one hunt.
It has to be
Honestly,
pretty much. Yeah. We had a great goose hunt too.
Yeah.
We actually did have some really good goose hunting.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't go up there to shoot geese. So that's what made us feel so poo-poo about it.
Yeah.
It yucked our yum bad.
Yeah, yucked our yum.
Yeah, it yucked our yum bad.
Yum yuck.
Yeah. What about you, man? What was one of your favorite hunts from this year?
Probably one of my favorite hunts was when I was out in North Carolina for Christmas.
Yeah.
And got invited by a guy named Jackson that I gave a goose calling lesson to. I had none of my own shit out there, of course, because I wasn't expecting to hunt. And I got 2 young kids, and my wife is hanging out with her in-laws. I'm like, I can't go, She's like, well, that's the day that I'm going to go get a massage, and your sisters are already planning on doing shit with the kids. And I was like, oh. She's like, you should go. So I went to Bass Pro, bought a license. It was expensive, dude. Holy
Non-resident
shit.
North Carolina license is
It
expensive?
was expensive, but it's an annual license.
Oh.
So that was pretty cool.
They only sell the annual, though? No,
Yes.
no 3 days.
Oh, you know what? I think I did.
Did you buy a 3-day?
I think I did buy a 3-day.
Yeah.
It wasn't that much cheaper. I think like an annual was like 90 and the 3-day was 60.
Yeah, they're always like 20 or 30 bucks more just to...
It wasn't, I don't know. And then I was like, okay, I'm shooting my sister's 20 gauge and they didn't sell Migra
Yep.
at the place. And I'm like, I'm going to get a really good tungsten load, like a really beefy bitch load. And I go and I pick up this like heavy shot and it's got like canvas backs and like all this other stuff. And I'm looking at it. I didn't even look at the price. Didn't even look at it. Guess how much this box of 20 gauge
$60.
cost? $68.
Yeah. Yeah.
$68, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, no shot. Well, like, I didn't even say it. My wife is like, are you really going to buy that?
Yeah.
And I was like, why? She goes, it's $68. I'm like, oh no, I'm not buying that.
So you went back and bought the cheapest box you could find?
No, I bought, I can't even remember what I bought.
It's pretty insane, though, how much I can't believe when I go in and see like bismuth on the shelf in some of these places. Migra is insanely economical. Yeah.
No.
I know, it's shocking.
It's nuts. And that's why I'm so glad that their 2.4 is like the shit.
I know.
Because it's just steel.
It's the best.
It's so nice. But anyway.
Gone are the days of a
to plug.
$9 box of steel.
Correct. I remember Blue Box being 13.
Right. No, when I first started hunting, blue box was 11.
Epic.
$11.
Yeah, Black Cloud used to be like the good Black Cloud used to be $19.
$19.99. That's what I used to see it at.
Okay. So
Anyway.
I wasn't trying to plug Migra, but plug. So go out there the next morning, no idea where I'm going. My sister throws a neighborhood party to like meet her family because she was like, this is my family away from home. They're amazing. Everyone in this neighborhood. So we're going to throw a neighborhood party so you guys can all meet each other because we've obviously talked about you a lot, whatever.
Yeah.
Had so much fun, looked at the clock, and it's midnight. I'm like, shit. Then my son was sick while we were there, so he wasn't sleeping.
Naturally, that's what happens when you go on vacation with kids.
Of course.
Psychopath.
So then I'm looking at the clock, and I have to leave in 2 hours now. And I'm like, I'm not going to bed.
Right.
So I didn't go to bed, drove through the night. It was like 2.5 hours away, get to this like creepy shop area. And the dude that invited
Creepy
me.
shop?
Yeah, it was like the windows were broken.
Oh.
It was crazy.
It was like that place we used to tell people we were at the cabin when we showed up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like almost identical.
we should talk about that.
And so then the guy who invited me, Jackson, was late. And this like really nice pickup truck pulls up next to me and he's like, "Hey man, are you Joey?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Jackson's late, of course." I was like, "Oh, okay."
A man after your own heart.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I was like, "Did he say anything about like having boots for me? Because like I don't have any boots." He's like, "Yeah, dude, I got him on the front porch for you." I was like, "Oh, cool." So I hop in his truck, throw my gun, my shells. I'm borrowing my sister's 20 gauge.
Yeah.
And she said that she had a problem since the last time she hunted with me, right? So she's like, "Can you clean it and like put it back together?" Because I never put it back together 4 years ago.
Sure.
I'm like, "Sure." So I put it together, clean the whole thing.
Parts missing?
No.
Okay.
No, clean the whole thing, whatever. Looked up a YouTube video. It's like a really old 20 gauge Beretta. Super old. And this thing is just a nightmare to put together. I put it together wrong 3 times. I'm like, okay, now I need to just watch a YouTube video. And get out there. And we're all kind of like, we get to this residential pond. I'm like, "Is this legal?
So sick.
Is this legal?" And he's like, "Yeah, dude. We haven't been able to hunt this in 3 weeks because of our split or something. Or we let it build or something."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "It's a pretty band heavy area too." And I was like, "Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude." And whatever. And we're about to set up. And I was like, "Why are we setting up there?" But like, I don't want to be a dick either.
Sure.
He's like, "Oh, well, we can do whatever." I was like, no. I'm just honestly asking, like, why are you setting up there? He's like, "Well, we can do whatever." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Well, because they fly right over this spot." I was like, "So you want them to fly right over our layouts?" He's like, "Well, they land literally right here every single time. They will not land anywhere else." And I was like, he's like, "We just beat the brakes off them 3 weeks ago." He's like, "What would you do?" I was like, "You see that big tree right there? I would put our shit right off of the tree. And we're only going to call them off of that spot 50 feet. 50 yards.
Sure.
And we have some cover over us." One dude was like super against it. I mean, super against it. And everyone agreed, "Let's go under the tree." I was like, "Cool." And he's like, "Man, this is a bad idea. It's a bad idea." I'm like, "Trust
Jackson
me."
was saying that?
No.
Oh, the other guy.
The other guy. And I was like, "Just trust me. Like, if it doesn't work out, we can just move 50 feet over." He's like,
Sure.
"We're not going to get a lot of chances at these. These are resident birds. They don't leave." I was like, "Okay." So then first group comes in. It's like a flock of fucking, dude, I don't even know how many. It was over 30. I know that. And they're between me and the wall.
This is geese?
Geese.
Yeah.
These are Canada geese. Between me and the wall.
So they're at like 10 feet.
Dude, they were close. And everyone's kind of, you can hear everybody's layout blinds like rustling. I was like, not yet, not yet. I mean, they circled right over us. And I was like, please don't shoot. Please don't shoot. You know, oh. And then they come in for the death turn, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And everyone's rustling. And then they drop their legs, and I see this red thing on one of their legs. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I just
You thought it was a tarsal?
I thought it was a tarsal. Swear to God. It was red, dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't like silver or black. It was red. And they say, kill him. I pull up, shoot once, go to shoot again, click. And when I shot, I killed 3 birds. But I know I killed that one. So all these birds, I think we killed like 8 or 10 out of that first flock. And they're just all dead in the pond. We're picking up birds, and they have a dog. They have 2 dogs out there, and they're running their dogs. And the bird that I shot, it was face down, and everyone's hooting and hollering. And I mean, it was awesome. I was pissed that this gun jammed because I just took all this time cleaning it.
Yeah, and with a 5-bird goose limit, you shoot 3 in one shot. You're probably thinking, I can get this done now.
Right.
Yeah.
And this one dude right next to me is just like, dude, that was fucking awesome. I was like, hell yeah, that was awesome. You want to know something even better? He goes, what? I was like, that one's banded. I point to it on the water, and he's like, no way. I was like, 100% guaranteed. He goes, did you shoot it? I was like, yeah, I shot it. So we for some reason left that bird for the last one.
Sure.
It's banded, and it was like just rusty colored. Yeah, I swear
That's
to
what
God,
made it red.
I swear to God, when that thing was flying, dude, I swear to God, it was a tarsal.
Yeah.
It was like beet red. It was, you could pick that thing out of a crowd. There was like 30 to 60 geese in front of us, and I picked that thing out like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And then the one dude's like, I can't believe you picked that thing out of the air. I was like, yeah, you know, and I'm kind of like excited, like, it's mine.
Yeah.
You know, I did call it right away. And one guy was like, yeah, you know, we got a draw for it. And I'm like,
yeah.
And you know my luck with band draws. Very, very bad.
Not that bad.
So I'm just like, this sucks,
Yeah.
whatever. It wasn't for another hour and a half that we had another flock come. Long time. And let me tell you, December in North Carolina, very cold. It was like 40,
yeah.
It was like 43 degrees, but it was like kind of misting and whatever. And I'm wearing tennis shoes because we did not go to the front porch and grab those pair of boots.
Oh.
And I don't have any of my own hunting gear.
Yeah.
Like I just have like some oversized jackets and I'm wearing like wool pants. That's it. I'm like, I need bibs. I need waders. I need boots. I need something.
Although I want to just say the amount of times in December that I've hunted with you and you have a fucking Walmart bag and jeans and tennis shoes and a hoodie is a lot.
Yeah. But we're usually in a pit.
True.
Right? So it gets hot and it's cold.
Yeah, not layouts. A-frames, though. You've been in jeans a lot.
Yeah. I need my mobility.
Right?
So anyway, another flock comes in. Same thing. They're a little bit further out this time. They're at like 15 yards. And walloped them again. No bands in that one. And then we decided to call the hunt because I have to get back at a certain time. And I have a 2.5 hour drive. And we're like, okay, let's do a band draw. And I was like, come on, dude. This sucks. I called it in the air, And before it was picked up, I'm like, that one's banded.
Right.
And it was banded.
Right.
But also, I got invited to this hunt, so I'm not going to be
I'm not
going to be a little bitch.
Right.
What happens. And two guys, there was 6 of us, and 2 guys were like, well, we both shot a band earlier this week, so we're good. Whatever. And we're like trying to figure out how to draw for the band. And so now there's only 4 of us drawing for the band. And out of nowhere, 2 of them come back and they're like, actually, we want to draw for the band. And I'm like, so I went from 25% down to whatever the percentage is.
Yeah.
What, 12? 13. Carter?
Out of what?
1 out of 6.
It's better than 13. 1 out of 5 would be 20.
Yeah, like 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then we all draw, and I ended up getting the band anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh,
you
shit.
drew for it.
Yeah, I drew for it. I ended up getting it. And then 2 guys were like, no, we were going to give you the band.
They wanted in to better your odds.
Right. And I was like, well, thank God that didn't happen because I'd feel like a bigger piece of shit, And I wasn't trying to like whine or I don't think I was whining.
Mr. Band Goblin, you would have taken it.
Band Goblin.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's like a completely different color than any other band on my
It is
lanyard.
really cool.
I like it. I like it a lot. So that was a really cool memory. And then those guys were just the coolest dudes ever.
Yeah.
Like they're all very successful in what they do and they're my age. Huge trucks. The shop, rundown. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The broken windows were a trip.
Yeah, you wouldn't be a waterfall hunter if you didn't have like something that was very raggedy.
True. But
You'd have to have something.
It had nothing to do. It did not reflect their personalities.
Yeah.
How about that? They were so nice. And
You didn't know what to think when you showed up at the shop.
Correct.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I totally get that.
You show up in a completely new state, completely new area. You don't know anyone there. And you show up to that place. You're like,
Okay. Yeah.
are you Joey? I don't know.
Yeah. Not sure, man, actually.
I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
And then got some delicious gas station food. Like they cook it in the gas station.
Yeah, that's a common thing down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anytime I go to a gas station south of the Mason-Dixie, I think that's how you say it, right? Mason-Dixie?
Yeah.
I thought it was Dixon.
Mason-Dixon.
That's got to be it. It's better if it's Mason-Dixie.
I don't know. I'm a Yankee,
Yeah.
But that was like one of my favorite hunts this year. And then get to go back to my family and hang out for Christmas and all that. It was just weird getting invited to something like that. And then my wife was like, yeah, go. I'm like, oh, shit. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's pretty
sick.
cool, dude. Really
and-
quick, before we get back into it, I'll share one more hunt that I really loved this year. But this podcast is also brought to you by Onyx Hunt. And guys, if you don't have an Onyx Hunt membership now, you are definitely making life a lot harder for yourself. So go get one and use our discount code MWF20 for 20% off your Onyx Hunt membership. And that's for an elite or just for your state. I think the state is $30. Is that right?
What?
Just
30
the state. Onyx Hunt.
I believe so.
I think it's
$29.99.
20. Yeah. So that's $24 with our discount code. And if you buy the $100 elite membership, which if you travel at all you want, then it's $80. So go do that.
You should also check out Onyx Fish. They
True.
are fully releasing in Minnesota.
True. Yeah, Ben and I were talking about that. Sounds pretty slick.
It is very nice. Better than any other app on your phone, for sure.
For fishing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that other one?
Navionics.
Navionics.
That was a big one.
Navionics.
Navionics.
It was sick when I was bow fishing, though.
When it first came out,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
When
was
it used to
pretty
be
solid.
good.
Yeah.
legendary.
So-
Now it's just trash.
Trash.
When that app came out, they haven't updated the water levels since then. So you'll go there and it'll be, I don't know if that's true. I can't say that, but it seems like it.
Carter.
Like, it seems like it because you'll go to a lake.
Carter's throwing mad shade.
Well, you'll go to a lake and it'll say 20 feet. And
Allegedly.
yeah, that's what it says on the map. And then you drop your depth finder down there and it's 13.
Allegedly.
It's like, okay.
Our water levels are dropping 7 feet.
I don't know.
Some water levels do drop that much for sure.
Yeah, maybe a river.
This one I went to said 6 feet on the map and it was 2 feet. I could barely get my live scope pull down.
Dude, it depends on the lake for sure. Like the Chippewa flowage.
It's different.
That's different.
There's a lot of lakes though that are like that accept a lot of runoff. Like think about the lakes too, where there's the culverts that just fucking dumping water in the spring, Joe. I mean, you could have some serious water level changes going
Right.
on.
I
But
mean, just think about the technology. You have satellites, and they're like, this water is 13 feet deep, and it's within a foot accurate. That's nutty.
Very nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. Another hunt that I just really enjoyed this year was our first day with Logan. It was such a good
That was a banger.
It was such a good hunt, dude. It was so fun. And we had those, what was it, like 5 or 6, was it Gadwall? They came in and we shot all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Then none of them left. And
Cutter
That-
made
that
a
was
dope edit of that too.
such a sick edit. But the hunt itself, I mean, I don't know. Whenever I whenever I look back on the season and I think about like my favorite hunts, honestly, a lot of them, it's not like the best hunt. Usually you have to shoot some birds. Otherwise it might not stick out in your head unless something weird happened. But that was just one of those hunts that place is so special. And it's just, it feels kind of homey. It feels so much like a cabin in Minnesota, like where you stay. And
Yeah, you're up north.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you get an ATV and drive to your spot. And it's just
It's a dope spot.
such a cool place. And that hunt was such a fun hunt.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed out, like the edit that he made where I yelled kill him, and then we killed those 5 Gadwall. He did get those 5 Gadwall on film, right? But there's another part of that edit where there were 3 mallards and I tripled on mallards, and it felt incredible. It felt so good. It was 1, 2, and I see one getting out and crush it, and I was like, oh,
That's the one that landed in the trees.
right.
Yep.
Right.
That was
Dude,
that was a great hunt.
oh my God, that hunt got me so fired up.
That was so fun.
And then it was so mediocre the rest of the time we were
yeah,
there,
yeah.
you know?
Which
Logan's
when-
fault, of course.
when you're in that place, it's like mediocre hunts are like good hunts because it's so relaxed
Mhm.
and just the history and where you are, and it's just so cool. But
Yeah, it's not. I'm saying mediocre in the fact of like shooting our limit.
right, I know.
I have a ball every time I'm out there.
for sure.
Shooting one mallard in the face coming through the trees is incredible.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a relaxed atmosphere. Joey was really busy every day. I remember that. Midday, you were just so busy. You couldn't help with anything.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Damn,
That's incredible.
you were
I was on call, bro.
you were working on the couch a lot.
Yeah.
I was.
You were taking up
With
the
your
couch.
eyes closed.
Yeah, eyes
It's hard
closed.
to- anyone
Unbelievable.
else out there?
Unreal.
Anyone else out there who can work with their eyes closed?
While snoring.
Efficient.
That's efficiency.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's efficiency.
Maybe one day, Cal.
I can't get there yet. Yeah, no chance.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Once
I
you
need to have
two
another
kids.
kid.
Once
Sure,
you have
yeah.
2 kids, you'll
That'll
figure-
change it. For sure. Yeah, no, I can work while I'm sleeping now.
Dude, well, if you guys haven't seen that video, it's on YouTube. It's what's it called? Just Arkansas.
Yeah, I think it's just our Arkansas hunt from this year. It won't be hard to find if you do that.
But there was this part where we're cleaning ducks on the side by side. This was so funny to me, and I don't know if anyone else caught on to it. But we're cleaning ducks on the side by side tailgates, drop down a little further. They're not level like a truck tailgate.
A little slope.
And there's all this blood because Logan loves pulling out the hearts and cutting out the legs.
Can't help himself.
No, I can't. And I get it. It's
me
very
too.
good. It's very good.
The legs are really, actually, I love duck
It's
legs.
super good.
Mm-hmm.
And all
Cut
this
the feet
blood,
off, but
all this blood trailed down the tailgate, and I'm leaning up against the tailgate as I'm cleaning birds, and I pull off, and my first thought was, "Oh my god, I'm like the guy from Superbad who's getting grinded on." And Carter got it on film.
it's definitely. I think if you watch the video, you can't miss it. Yeah, there it is, right there. Just a little blood spot.
That shit is hilarious.
That's bad.
And Carter hasn't even liked the video. Good. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, that's my bad.
He's
Thanks for
probably
helping with
logged
the
in on our
algorithm.
own channel though.
No.
Oh,
No.
nice job, Carter.
No, that was mine.
Sick, dude.
Damn, bro.
Sick.
I'm subscribed though.
Okay.
Everyone should do that.
Yeah, everyone should go subscribe to the YouTube.
You should. We haven't done that in a long time.
Right.
Call that out.
For sure.
You know what we could do right now? One, Tyrell Thompson from Endless Outdoors send us some sick ass tumblers.
I was going to
for
ask
the
you what those
podcast-
were.
from the podcast studio for the podcast studio. So thank you, Tyrell. We're gonna send him a little bit of a merch package. Dude's awesome. Hunted with him in North Dakota when we shot 15 bands with Joe Jensen for season opener 2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a really good dude. Go check out his YouTube channel as well. But we're doing all these call to actions, right? We got Tyrell. We got our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest call to action, guys. Got the green light too. So it's really cool. You know how we were talking about the First Light Waiters and whatever?
Yeah.
And like all these companies, all these amazing companies that we work with. Outlaw, Weatherby, Ducks Unlimited, Migra,
Onyx. Yeah, a bunch of them.
Everyone.
Flashback.
Flashback.
Turtlebox.
There's too many.
Sound
For
good.
sure.
We're very blessed and very fortunate to work with some unbelievable people.
Mm-hmm.
But when we get to 1,000 reviews on Apple Podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
you guys are going to get some serious
Some
packages.
one person is going to win something in. It's going to be insane.
gonna
I
be
started to I've obviously talked to a lot of our sponsors and partners and stuff.
Can you
and
tell us some of the stuff that we're going to be giving away?
we're going to be giving away Weatherby Sorks for sure.
Oh, shit.
We're going to be giving away a turtle box.
Yep.
We're going to be giving away some Migra. We're going to be giving away some more Mallard stuff, which be on the lookout. We'll be giving away a full set of First Light gear.
Now, does that include the waiters?
Working on the waders.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot say if you're getting the waders or not yet. We're working on the waders. I
Pretty
think
good shot.
there's a pretty good shot. You'd
Pretty
be
good
getting a pair
shot,
of
guys.
waders. Yeah, probably some flashbacks. Probably there's some potential for a DSD pack of some kind, maybe.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be insane. I did like a valuation, like a rough valuation, well over 10 to 15K
Oh, shit.
that we're going to be giving away.
Dude, that's so much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like whoever wins this care package, basically you probably won't have to buy anything for a while.
Right. Right.
Like maybe for a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty slick.
No, it's going to be crazy.
So this is what I need from you guys, okay? I'm talking louder and closer to the mic now.
Breathe into it a little bit too.
Subscribe to our podcast. Follow the podcast. It automatically downloads the shit for you. It helps us out too. And then write a review. Give us a 5-star review. There was someone who gave us a 3-star review, and they only said good things.
Right.
So I don't know if you guys understand how this works. But like our show, if you like the show, it does better if you give it a 5-star review and you write a review.
Yeah.
Period. So help us out. Help yourself out. We're gonna do a stellar fucking giveaway of like 10 to 15 grand worth of shit.
Yeah, and one other thing I wanted to ask, very specific call to action. Take your favorite pod and send it to a friend of yours that likes to waterfowl hunt.
There you go.
That's what you should do. That will help us get more people introduced to the podcast. So if you have an episode that you couldn't stop laughing or you thought had a ton of really good information in it. Oil.
That's so many people have said that's their favorite podcast.
There's no way.
Oh, so many.
Oil?
Oil.
Are you serious?
So many.
All right. Well, either way, just pick out, don't care which one it is, just pick out your favorite episode and send it to somebody. That'd be awesome. So
Do it.
Joey, should we play Say What?
Yeah. Yeah, let's play Say What.
Are you worried about your score?
Yeah, a little bit, but I just, I think too hard about it.
Oh, you way overanalyze the situation, bro.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I want to be better.
Yeah, you got it. I think.
When does it end and when does it restart? That's the real question.
I think we're gonna go. Weren't we gonna go to 100, Carter?
Yeah, you're at 69 and Joey's at 64. So
Okay.
total questions.
Oh, total questions?
Yeah.
Oh, so we got a while.
Yeah.
Got a good 10 or so. Yeah, episodes.
All right, let's get it.
I mean, we can cut it shorter, but that's what we originally talked about. It was like 100 because we kind of thought that would maybe get us through like a year.
If we get to like 80 and Joey's still down by 10%, we might have to end
We can
the season.
restart it. We can restart.
Let's evaluate, see where we're at 75. How about that?
So after today.
If we do 6.
Yeah. Well, then I would have to do another
5.
5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have to.
It's fine if I lose.
We'll have to have like Gavin come on, and then I won't play one round.
Gotcha.
Then you guys can catch up.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so let's do Say What, presented by Sound Gear, and you guys can stop saying what because Sound Gear has a new Instant Fit product out called the Sound Gear Shield, and they are incredible. They
It's
come
so
in
much better than the Instant Fits.
and they come in a nice case, and they're presented well, and it's just it's a great product.
The battery life is like, it's like
I thought it was almost twice as long as the Instant Fit.
I think it's 4 times longer.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. They have like an automatic cutoff too, so it technically lasts longer, but I think it's supposed to last like 40 to 65 hours.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's insane how long they last.
Okay, so anyway, they're insane. Go get our discount code applied to your cart, MWF125 for $125 off the Shield. Or you can
get
use
the Phantoms.
You can get the Phantoms. And we have a 20% discount code for the Phantoms, which is Flyways. So we're saving you guys a shitload of money on these Phantoms.
Not only are we saving you money, we're saving your wife the nonsense and your kids. Because right now I'm getting pissed off at my dad every time I see him.
Yeah, can't hear a word you're saying.
He's just intently staring at my lips. And I'm like, up here, guy.
He's got to read your lips.
Regarding the battery life, each battery provides approximately 140 hours of usage.
There you go. No, it was like when he was telling me the specs over the phone, I'm like, oh my God, Wes.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
You got me a button, Carter?
Yeah.
That's actually so crazy.
The fact that he has to tell you about the button Carter is upsetting.
Yeah,
I was reading something. I was doing research.
Carter got lost in the Shield sauce.
I was literally reading the specs on them.
Trash.
They're pretty cool.
Fired.
Anyway.
I think we could get the same amount of quality if Aziza was running the board at this point.
Would be better.
No chance.
You'd hear a lot of cool sounds.
No, bro, she'd have everything unplugged in like 6 seconds.
Hey,
There'd be no mics plugged in.
we wouldn't have a podcast.
No chance. All right, let's do Say What. What do you got for us, Carter? I'm sure you've cooked up some fucking diabolical shit this week because last week I thought I was going to have an aneurysm trying to figure out what the answers could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about to get worse.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
God.
Swans who mate for life can go through divorce if they fail to have babies for their nest or their nest gets destroyed. I'll reread that.
Please do.
Swans
Stutter King.
who mate for life can go through divorce.
So not mate for life.
They do mate for life.
But they could not if they get divorced.
Sure. If they fail to have babies or their nest gets destroyed.
False.
I'm going to say true.
It is true.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's ridiculous. How many failures needs to happen usually?
I didn't ask.
You didn't ask.
I could
Did you call someone for this, bro? Is this like a phone a friend situation?
No, I just saw it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't know anything more that could help us discuss this further about what actually goes on
I feel
with
like
this?
I could see it after like 3 or 4 broods getting destroyed, but I don't know.
So what we learned here today so far is that swans don't mate for life always.
Not always.
Damn. So that's just like false information I've been given.
Yeah. So divorce rates among swans are relatively low. For example, swans have been observed to divorce in about 3% of pairs.
Okay.
So it's not a common thing then, Carter.
No.
Right?
But it does happen.
But it does happen.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's
So
crazy.
dumb. So dumb, dude.
Um,
Fired. Didn't
Yeah.
hit the button.
I think you just like think less. You didn't think that much there though.
Mate for life.
Yeah.
They get divorced.
Right.
Sounds stupid. False. I really didn't think about that one.
I loved that he said made for life and then went on to tell us that they don't mate for life.
Right.
Well,
Asshole.
Swans who mate for life sometimes don't mate for life. That's basically what your question was, right, Carter?
No. It's a trick question. They
Right.
just won't try to have babies with another swan. They'll just say bye, and then they stay out.
Oh no, they definitely have babies with another swan.
they find another divorcee.
a widow.
Divorcee, actually, Carter.
Widow.
I know you're from Chicago, but
Anyway, next.
Yeah.
It's bad if Cal's correcting my grammar.
I mean, that's a very common word, though. Divorce.
It's actually. I'm actually not. I'm definitely better than you at grammar.
yeah.
It's true. Have you seen an email
Math?
from Carter? Have you
Hey.
seen an email from Carter? It is legendary.
It's like a text.
It's gotten better.
Though
It's-
is THO.
There's no shot it's gotten better in
No,
the
my
last 4
spelling's
months.
great. It's just not email format.
It's a text.
Yeah.
It's a run-on sentence.
There's no signature at
There's
the
no
bottom. It's just
punctuation.
English
Thanks.
was my worst part of my ACT, if you can't tell.
I would have
Okay.
thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can't believe you just said I was worse than you at that.
Wow.
Fucking.
Okay, next one. China has 34 indigenous domestic duck breeds.
That's the whole thing.
Yep.
Indigenous domestic.
Indigenous domestic duck breeds.
Why don't you look up what indigenous means for me?
Oh,
please?
here we go. Play the fucking Matrix music. There you go.
Matrix. This is X-Files.
I
For
Thank you.
asking for the definition of a word?
Yeah, you're already on it, bro. You're already thinking too hard, dude.
Indigenous means originating or occurring naturally.
Okay.
34.
3-4. Yep.
I'm gonna say false.
I'm going to go with false.
It is true.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's so many.
Damn it. I would have figured like 10,
yeah.
not 34.
Yeah, it just seemed like way too high of a number.
It did seem way
How
too
many
high.
indigenous duck species are from America?
And they're
That's what I'm-
they're domesticated?
Domestic duck breeds. Yep.
Indigenous and domestic.
Yes.
Indigenous, I think it implies domestic.
United States doesn't have any truly indigenous domestic duck breeds.
Right.
The closest two are the mallard and the Muscovy.
Where's the mallard originally domestic or like indigenous to? Canada?
It's global. They're all over the place. I think it's just one of those animals.
Yeah, just northern hemisphere.
Wow. China has 34.
34 domesticated breeds.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Where did you get that from?
Domestic, not domesticated.
It was a scholarly paper.
Domesticated would say they
Indigenous
became like
and
farm
domesticated.
animals. Domestic,
Yes.
not domesticated.
I just looked it up again. I am absolutely right, it says.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just like,
I know.
Do you want to read us the 34? Because I kind of want to hear you read Chinese.
No, I
want you to do it. Actually,
Dongling duck,
I want
Peking duck.
I need you to read like probably a few of them.
Peking.
there's
Peking
the
for sure.
The Peking, yep.
Yeah.
Also known as the Beijing duck.
Okay,
There's the Jingding.
say it again. I think I didn't hear you.
The Jinding duck.
The Jinding duck.
Yep. It's a high volume egg producer.
Nice.
And then,
Okay.
There's the Fenghua.
Spell that. It's
Fenghua. Fenghua.
Fenghua.
Fenghua.
Fenghua.
Yeah, something like that.
Haktua.
Fenghua. Haktua.
The Haktua duck. All right, what else you got, Carter? I want you to read a hard one.
What do you mean a hard one?
Those were
Difficult
those were
to pronounce is
Yeah, I
what you
want you to read one that's got like a lot of X's in it.
The Shaoxing.
I'm going to need you to Try to pronounce it ethnically, please.
That was my closest.
No, ethnically, please.
Do you know what that word means, Carter? I know it's a grammar thing.
Shout.
No, you got it, bro. I think you got it.
Shoushing. I don't know.
That
That's
was
it.
nothing about the first time you said that, and this time you said that, nothing changed.
He's right.
Yeah.
Shaoxing.
Shaoxing?
Yeah. that one.
Shaoxing.
Can you try and say it like that, though?
No, I cannot.
Can you, though?
Nope.
But try.
No, I got the next one though.
The next question?
Yep.
Oh, moving on, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Wah, wah. Quabby Carter is back.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Avian flu was once called the duck plague.
That's false.
I'm going to go with false.
That is false.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Is that your first one, right?
Yeah, you too.
No,
No,
second.
he's got two.
I'm 2 for 3.
Oh, yeah, you got the first
I
one.
did get the first one.
Damn it.
Joey, I'll give you one cornered towards you.
Oh, you're giving him a toss-up?
Yeah, a little.
Why?
Because he's a big dog guy. The most common male lab name in 2024 was Cooper.
False.
Say it again.
The most common male lab name in 2024 was Cooper.
I'm saying true.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, what am I? Why would I know that?
Joey, that was a toss-up for you. That
Yeah.
was like an easy. That was a layup.
Yeah.
On what planet is that a layup for me?
It's just a dog name.
You think I'm just like reoccurring thinking of like,
Yeah. Oh, dude, you've had a couple kids, Carter. You should ask him what the most common boy name was.
Yeah. We'll
That's
get
an
to that.
easy one, too.
Yeah.
true. Yeah, no, I had my son last year, so.
Yeah, you should have been looking at a lot of names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, I thought you'd get that one since you do spend so much time figuring out what dogs are going to be named this year.
True. Next.
I legit thought, by the way, he was going to call you a big dog. That's it. Like in the beginning, when he said that, I was waiting for him to be like, "Cause you're a big dog."
That is one of my biggest pet peeves, though.
When people call you big dog,
champ, boss,
big dog.
what's up, big dog?
Buddy.
Fuck you. Instant response.
You get a
Oh, do you
fuck
not
you?
know my name? And then just stare him dead into their soul. Well, no, it's just.
Figure of speech. Yeah, I bet you've closed a lot of deals with that confrontation.
Yeah, I don't care at that point. I'm over it.
Someone calls you champ, they got $1 million project. You're
Hey,
like,
champ. Be like, my name is Joey, actually.
All right, I gotta go. Just leave.
See ya. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't associate with your kind.
Okay.
I don't associate with people that give everybody a nickname that can be used for everybody. Thank you. I'm one of a kind.
Sure. You come up with original nicknames.
True.
True.
C-Dub.
That's so original.
Nestle chocolate bar.
That's less original.
Cow.
That one's very original. That one's super original.
That one I came up with.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
That was a mean one. It's funny though. It is very funny. I took it so personally at one point when we were like 12.
Yeah, for like a year.
I am
too.
12.
Oh, no, it was before 12.
Yeah.
Because I moved out at 11.
Yeah, we were like 7.
Yeah. Yeah, because you were just starting to gain weight.
Joey was an asshole at 7,
Oh,
you know?
big
Just
time.
a fucking dick.
Yeah.
His dad's always with, how come you two don't hang out more? Well, all right. What do you got, Carter?
Because I'm calling him a cow.
Cow. Hey, cow. Fuck.
I got the last one here. Would you prefer a long one or a short one?
Doesn't matter, dude.
Joey,
Throw it at
your
me.
pick because you're 1 for 7 today.
7?
Pretty close.
We've not done 7.
Pretty close.
How many have we done now?
4.
Way more than 4. 1,
Oh,
2.
way more than
We've
4.
done 5, I think.
I think we've done 5. Yeah.
Way more than 4, big dog.
Way more.
Let me throw that at you.
Sorry.
Long or short? What's your preference?
Give him a long one.
You want a long one?
Give us a long one.
Give Cal what he wants. Give him a long one.
Okay.
He's into that.
I am. For sure.
Give it to him, Carter.
Yep.
Come on, dude.
Oh, wait. Can't.
Don't have it.
Can't.
Shit.
In
Who would have thought?
Oh, shit.
Closet boy.
In 1986, the U.S. Army launched a pilot program for guard geese at the 32nd Air Defense Command in Germany. The service ended up dispatching 30 goose platoons of 6 to 40 birds, each in locations across Western Europe. The geese stood watch over communications, radar, and anti-aircraft weapons.
They stood guard over?
Yep.
From what? Artillery fire or soldiers?
How were these geese able to guard these things?
I didn't ask.
All right, here's the thing. That question, when I said I wanted a long one, that one was so long that you're going to have to read it probably twice more.
Yeah, grab me. Say it
Get me
again
a
so I can
beer.
get a beer. Yeah.
In 1986, the U.S. Army launched a pilot program for guard geese at the 32nd Air Defense Command in Germany. The service ended up dispatching 30 goose platoons of 6 to 40 birds each to locations across Western Europe. The geese stood watch over communications, radar, and anti-aircraft weapons.
They stood guard. Like, that's the thing I'm getting hung up on. So, like, what was the alert? Was there an alert system or something? Or
I couldn't tell you. That was probably...
That was a
that was a
fucking
duck.
alert system.
I think
Right.
that was a Cold War era, if I remember.
Carter, what? You think that was the Cold War era?
I think so.
It's just a fact. Either it was the Cold War era or it wasn't. You can't just like...
Well, I don't know for sure, but
I'm going to use that
all.
all the time now. Anything I say, I think that was the World War II era. All right. Joey, what do you think?
Don't worry, I'll just answer every question first. I think it's
I
false.
I've answered
it's
a lot
false.
of the
I think
questions
it's
first.
Fucking bullshit. And if it's true, I'm gonna call the military and say you're dumb.
I'm going to say true.
Yeah, it's true.
You looked at his face?
No.
You looked at his
He
face?
didn't look at me.
Stupid.
He didn't look
Are
at
you
me.
just doing the opposite of me every time? and getting
Honestly,
it right?
that one, I literally just did the opposite of you because I just thought, hey, it's going to be really funny if this nonsense is true and Joey thinks it's false. It worked out really good for me. And did I just go 5 for 6?
Yeah, I think you did.
Let's fucking go. Got that score percentage back up, back in the 60s. I don't know if I ever lost the
1 for
60s.
6.
I did.
Ooh.
I got one right. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, now that we're on the topic of me being upset,
We weren't.
and Cal saying what every other kid that plays Minecraft on, it is such a pet peeve of mine when anyone says, let's go. Or let's fucking go.
I don't know why
bro.
that's a problem for you.
Because everybody says it, for
Oh,
starters.
you don't like that? You don't
It's
like when people
usually like centered around video games or sports. It's just like one of those phrases that everybody says.
It's
and it
because
bothers me.
It's because it's just 2 words. You know?
Well, it's usually let's fucking go. Let's
Okay,
go,
so
bro.
yeah, so 3 words.
There's so much emphasis on certain words and it just bothers the shit out of me. I hate it.
I'm never gonna stop doing it.
I understand, dude.
Okay.
And that's, some people are leaders and some people are followers, and I get that. And that's okay.
Yeah, to be a leader, you'd have to be able to rally your boys, and let's fucking go. That plays every day.
A true leader is a trendsetter, not a trend
So what do
follower.
you say instead of let's fucking go? You get excited about something, and you
I don't know. It's usually
and like
different every
naturally
time.
you want to be like let's go, but you're like wait, don't say that.
I would never say that.
Don't say that.
I've
So
never
what do you
said that,
say?
actually.
That's awesome. Is that what you do?
I say it just like that too.
Sick, dude.
All right, guys, let's rally.
Right on, brother.
Oh, hey, brother.
Good
That's usually
deal,
what I say.
boys.
I don't know what I say if I'm excited. I don't know. I'm guessing it's different.
You say
depending
holy
on the
shit a lot.
circumstances.
You'd be
I say
like,
holy
holy shit. That's what you'll do. But everybody does that. And so I don't know. It's kind of followerish.
I don't think so.
A lot of people say holy shit. It's kind of like a really common saying.
Well, I mean, you could say that about anything then at that point.
Well, then let's fucking go. You can say
no,
about
let's
that too.
let's go is a very cultural thing right now. Would you agree?
No, I think like I've been hearing let's go since I was in like, Pee-wee sports.
Carter, help me out here.
Carter-
it's a newer deal.
Carter, you think let's go is just suddenly the last couple of years been a big emergence of let's go?
I don't think so.
Right. Because it's been a saying for so long.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm assuming you started saying holy shit then, Joe.
Hold on.
He's Googling. He's going to Google to find out the cultural significance of let's go.
Let's Go has been used for decades, but there is a modern usage glow up.
A modern usage glow up. Yeah. All right. Well, I try to stay with the times.
The percentages are up on the TV if you want to read them out.
Oofta. I'm at 51%, and Cal's at 62% correct.
We might have to end the season.
I just need a restart, dude. I need a restart.
The bigger question I have is how many would I have to get wrong in a row and Joey to get right in a row before we evened out?
Joey would need to get 30 right in a row to get up to 65%.
Oh my gosh.
So it's basically impossible.
You're crushing me. Holy
wow.
shit.
In his 30, Cal, you would need to get 20 to beat him. If he got 30 right, you would only need 20 right. So you're 46 out of 74, and he's 35 out of 69.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
It's not great numbers.
It's not good.
Shit.
I almost want to do it on like a different subject, you know? On like something that we can use like general knowledge on.
We can do that. That'd be so much easier for me if you guys want
Should we
to
do like
that.
Construction?
Oh, we got to get Gavin in here.
Should we do
to
like a
beat your ass.
construction
Oh my God.
to get
Oh
work
my
done?
God.
We could do construction and we could mix it between like just basic construction and then like exterior construction.
Tell you what, when I took the GC test, I did not do hot in the electrical and plumbing areas. Very, very bad. Fail.
Yeah.
Those are the only questions that I really got wrong. That was bad. That was bad for me.
Well, we'll have to figure out like a random something we could do a fun, just like a one-off. We should do that because if we're gonna end the season, it'd be fun to do like end the season with like a funny whatever that doesn't count towards our scores and then just reset.
I don't think it matters if it counts towards our scores.
Well, it doesn't. That's my point. So it doesn't need to count towards our scores, but it could. All right. Well,
maybe we could do some like World War II history or something.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, we could do some Cold War era.
Yeah, we could. I know nothing about the Cold War.
Sure.
Like nothing.
Carter knows a lot about it though.
It's just the era. I wasn't sure if that was the years. I was just guessing.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's cool for you.
Carter, how did World War II start?
Fighting.
Come on.
I mean, that's
How did World War II start?
Hitler invaded Poland.
Wrong.
I'm close.
Not even close.
Pretty close.
No.
Is it Archduke? No, that was the first one. That was First World War, not the second.
you're starting to get there. All right. Well, listen, guys. Can we get a little outro music, Carter, while you think about that? We haven't played this, I feel like, in a little bit.
No, we played it last
Play the
time.
last episode.
Okay. I'm dumb.
Yes, you are.
I'm pretty dumb.
It's okay.
Okay, thanks.
But you are dumb.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Like Joey said, go review. Leave us a review.
Subscribe
and we're
to
gonna
our
do an awesome giveaway. And we appreciate you guys. One more thing, by the way, Carter.
No, not one more thing. I looked it up. Start of World War II, Germany invaded Poland.
I felt like that was really true, but then you were really positive about it.
No,
you were
it's
like,
for
immediately
sure
like,
true.
nope. Well, anyway, one more thing, by the way.